Hi, it's Sarah Biggers-Stewart, founder and CEO of Clover by CLOVE HALLOW, and we are back again with another video in our Ask a Makeup Artist series. Today's question or topic was submitted multiple times, and then I had you guys vote on it, so I know that this is something impacting a lot of you, so I hope this will be helpful. The question is, what can you do if makeup is really irritating to your eyes? So you get redness, itchiness, watering, that kind of thing. I do have some tips and tricks and thoughts on the matter, so let's jump into it. First and foremost, having that type of reaction does indicate that you have a sensitivity or an allergy to a particular ingredient in that product or a combination of ingredients. That is not a normal experience when you're applying makeup or skincare, so please don't gaslight yourself into thinking that that is normal, because it's not. My first sort of tip here is to really focus on isolating what is causing the issue. And as I explain the rest of my tips, this will become increasingly clear as to why this is an important first step. But basically, I would keep like a log, almost like when you are tracking your food for a food sensitivity, where you're writing down what products you use that day. When you feel the itching or redness or watering starting to come on, make a note. And then like after a week, go and just Google the ingredients in those products and cross-reference to see if there's any commonalities in the ingredients that are irritating your eyes. I say this because nowadays there are brands that really focus and specialize on certain free-from claims. So almost any ingredient that you would need to avoid can be found now by a brand who avoids those ingredients. But you can't really do that until you know what is irritating your skin and your eyes. So in terms of actual practical tips, my first tip is to take off all your makeup at night, including your eye makeup. So oftentimes people will do their full face cleanser, but they don't really get into their eyes. Guilty as charged. And unfortunately, what this does is leave those chemicals sitting on the skin for longer than they're supposed to be on there. And it mixes with sweat and bacteria and, tears and watery eyes, and it creates irritation that doesn't need to be there. So do make sure that you are very gently removing all of your eye makeup at night. My next tip is to find an eye cream, eye serum, and a primer, or specifically an under eye primer, that works well with your skin and does not cause any issues. So there are primers that are meant specifically for your under eye, but you can use any sort of primer that works well under your eyes and doesn't cause irritation. The reason you want to use these products is A, to provide hydration and make sure that the irritated skin is getting what it needs to recover and repair itself. But then the combination with the primer means that there's a barrier being formed between your skin and your makeup. So obviously you can't put primer on like your inner waterline. And if you have irritated eyes, I would not put eyeliner on your inner waterline. But you can bring it up to your lash line, you can bring it down to here and apply to the rest of your face. And it creates a barrier so that ideally, whatever ingredients are bothering your skin can't get too much contact time with your skin directly. I also recommend prioritizing unfragranced products. So fragrance or perfume, whatever you want to call it, when it's infused into a cosmetic, can contain 20 to 60 other ingredients. And this isn't about what's good or bad for you. It's about the fact that if there's an ingredient in there that irritates your skin, you won't know because it won't be disclosed on the ingredient label. But also, even if you don't know what ingredient it is, that's a lot more ingredients to be exposed to. And when you have that kind of sensitive skin, generally speaking, the simpler the better, just because it allows you to control what is touching your skin easier. For the record, all of our eye products at Clover are fragrance-free, and they're very gentle on the eyes, at least by my standards. So if you want to give them a whirl, please do. Then last but not least, kind of encompassing all the things I've talked about, I just want to reiterate the importance of really narrowing down possible irritating ingredients and the whole fragrance concept. And that's because of this example that always pops into my head, which is, oh, I have very watery eyes. Okay, well then you should use a waterproof mascara because obviously your eyes are running and we don't want, mascara dripping down, which is fair from a functional perspective of the makeup. However, most long-wearing products have more irritating ingredients in them because they are really intense ingredients, film formers that are meant to stick to the skin or the lashes and bind. They often have a fragrance component, even if it isn't used as fragrance. Long-wear cosmetics tend to have a different smell just by virtue of the ingredients in them. So it's a good example of how like a simple concept of, oh, I'm gonna wear waterproof mascara so that when my eyes do inevitably water, it doesn't run, but it actually might be causing the irritation. And that's why I recommend really, really diving into possibly isolating what is irritating your skin. And that's it, you guys. I hope that this is helpful. Again, if you are dealing with this, would love for you to give Clover's products a try, as they are sensitive skin friendly. They are ophthalmologist tested. Me being a sensitive eyed, not to that degree, but I do have sensitive skin and sensitive eyes, and I wear contacts. I've never had a problem with them. But beyond that, I hope that these tips are helpful for you. All right, bye guys.